A week-long cruise could cost a couple $630 more with Virgin Voyages' new pricing model, or about $300 less, or exactly the same as it's always been. I know this seems complicated, and clearly no one likes change, but it's actually really quite simple. Let me explain. Ahoy sailors, my name is Rob, and I'm here to tackle Virgin Voyages one topic at a time. Welcome to OVT. To quote David Bowie from his 1971 album Hunky Dory, changes. As the saying goes, the only constant is change, and Virgin seems to be living into this paradox. I, for one, think it's a good thing. First off, thanks to my subscriber Jeffrey for asking me to break this down. So on October 7th, Virgin is introducing new pricing, and they say they're doing it for two reasons: flexibility and accessibility. In short, you'll be able to continue sailing for the same amount under their essential fare. You'll be able to save a little bit with some small repercussions under their new base fare. And you'll be able to gain some new perks with their new premium fare. I'll share the details and then I'll share my thoughts. As of right now, it's unknown exactly how much you'll save by choosing the new base fare, but a lot of people seem to believe it's going to be about $20 per sailor per day. So on a 7-day cruise, that works out to $280 in savings. The only real differences versus the current pricing is that you can't change your cruise date or the names of the passengers, but that's not really that much different from most other cruise lines. With the base fare, you also get a little bit of a limited Wi-Fi package that only allows you to access social media and messaging apps. And the kicker for me, you can't book your dinner reservations until 15 days prior to sailing. The essential fare is more or less identical to the current pricing and perks, with only one notable change, and that's that while you can change your cruise date and those sailing with you, the primary cruiser can't be changed. So if your spouse can't make it, you can bring a friend along, but you can't transfer the entire cruise to other people. With this fare, you still get to book the eateries 45 days in advance, and you still get the classic Wi-Fi package, which to us has always been fine. It's not perfect, but it's nothing that I've ever had to complain about. I feel like the new premium fare will be the one that's most talked about. It's not cheap, but you do get a few key perks. The question is, are they worth it to you? The fare is rumored to be $45 per sailor per day. So back to that 7-day example, the cost for a premium fare would be $630 per couple more than the current pricing. What do you get for that? Well, you do get a few things. You get to book your reservations at eateries 60 days before you cruise instead of 45. The only others who get to do this are rock stars. So this pretty much guarantees that you can get your reservations when you want, where you want. And to me, that's a huge perk. It also includes a $15 bar tab per sailor per day. So if you drink alcohol, or even if you just drink specialty coffees, this pretty much shaves $15 off of the daily cost, making the package $30 more per day. The other big perk is that you get Virgin's premium Wi-Fi for 2 devices per sailor. So this is a much better internet connection, and it allows for streaming, it allows for video calling. The cost of the premium Wi-Fi has historically been $30 a day per sailor. So if this was something that you were already considering, the premium package is a really easy decision. The other premium perks I suspect will have less value, but they are perks nonetheless. You will get a dedicated support line, and you can change any sailor name on your booking, not just those that you're sailing with. Have you sailed Virgin? Do these changes so far seem reasonable, or do the choices frustrate you? Leave a comment below. And while we're paused, please take a second to hit that like button. And if you're enjoying my videos, please also hit that subscribe button so you won't miss any future episodes. Thank you in advance. There are a couple more things that I want to talk about quickly. The first is the lock-it-in rate, which is something that I've recommended to most people in past, but I won't anymore. With the lock-it-in rate, just like the new base fare, you don't get to make those dinner reservations until 15 days before you sail. So in other words, you'll be lining up on board to book the eateries because all of those advanced reservations will be full by the time you get access. The second is something that I don't love, but I don't really hate either. Fares will still be inclusive of gratuities, but they'll show the full transparent breakdown between your fare, taxes, and fees, and yes, for the first time ever, crew gratuities. These will be $20 per day per sailor, regardless of your cabin type, and you'll have the option of paying on board if you prefer, but then they'll go up to $22 per day. What concerns me about this is the ability for passengers to cancel the gratuities while they're on board. I won't mince words. I hate that so many people are doing this nowadays, and while I know that there are a multitude of different reasons, I feel like being cheap and just trying to save a couple $100 is the most common reason. Virgin claims that sailors will be able to reverse the charges, but in very few cases. You won't be able to simply walk up to sailor services and have them pulled off your bill. You'd have to go with an actual legitimate complaint. And even then, they say that they're going to do their best to fix the issue before they just go ahead and reverse those gratuities. I do have some comfort in knowing that most Virgin sailors are different from a lot of those cruisers on other lines who don't respect the staff. It's been reported that on some budget cruises, as many as 50% of passengers remove the tips. But Virgin is most definitely not a budget cruise, and I'm talking more about the passenger mindset than I am cost. So, my thoughts. I really don't see this as being a huge deal. Virgin is estimating that about 2/3 of the people are going to book the essential fare, meaning that most people won't really notice any key changes to their booking at all. The budget fare is a little limiting to me and likely to anyone who's sailed Virgin in the past. Most notably, not being able to make dinner reservations until 15 days prior is the real deal breaker for me. But if saving a few $100s allows new cruisers to finally experience Virgin for the first time, I'm all for it, so long as their budget hunt doesn't allow them to save yet even more money by wiping out those crew gratuities from their bill. As for the premium fare, great. Like so many things in life, if it doesn't affect you directly, why would you care? And if you're the kind of person who wants the premium Wi-Fi, or if you're willing to pay a little bit extra to get that 60-day dining booking window, go for it. Is it nickel and diming? One of those things that I hated about my most recent cruise on NCL? No, it's not. It adds a little bit of complexity, sure, but is that really a bad thing? If you want what you've already had, just choose the essential fare. Ignore the rest. It's actually pretty straightforward. I always say I'm not a paid ambassador for Virgin. I'm just somebody who loves the brand and finds the experience so completely and refreshingly elevated from the other cruise lines that I've sailed. A new pricing model really isn't going to scare me off, and I sure hope it won't scare you off either. Well, that's what the new Virgin pricing model is all about, and that's my one Virgin topic for today. Do you have any questions? Are there any topics that you'd like to hear about? Leave me a message below. And until next time, ahoy, sailor.